if you been paying attention, you don't see Jeezy with Hov no more. You used to see Jeezy and Hov together all the time.
Right.
Man, Hov used to come out on every show we had. If we had a big show, he would come out with us. He was, he wanted to, Jeezy, CTE and Jeezy was supposed to be like CMG right now. If we would have had the right position, that's where he was supposed to be. Because Jeezy, he was how Jay-Z got him.
Right.
That's how he was with Jeezy.
But why do you think the Jay-Z relationship kind of fell apart?
Because Jeezy he left Rock Nation.
Oh, right, yeah.
He left Rock Nation after the Wiz Khalifa tour.
Right.
Yep.
Why did he leave Rock Nation? He just wasn't feeling it?
Man, he was mad because he wasn't the headliner. He was mad he was coming on before Wiz. But this is Wiz tour.
Right.
Wiz is a touring artist. We trying to get you in the position to be a touring artist. Just play your role.
And a lot of times I don't think you want to be the headliner. It's not as good as it looks because it's hard to be the headliner. You know, a lot of times if you're the OG, you might want to let the young, hot, new artist headline because that actually you might have more people in the seats to see you perform than if you go last. A lot of times, even if you're the bigger artist, a lot of the people might end up leaving after the young, hot, new artist, which Wiz seems like he was at the time.
Right. And people gonna know, and like people gonna show up. Even if you a hot artist, it don't matter when you go on. If them people gonna be there early just so they won't miss you.
Right.
If they find out you going on before this person, they gonna. So it really wasn't the problem. It was just he wanted to be the big dog of the show, and you couldn't. He didn't want to share the light. But that shit went left anyway, cause motherfuckers ended up getting locked up and going to jail and shit. So
who did?
In California.
Jeezy got locked up in that situation, or
yeah, that was the Wiz tour.
Oh, okay. What did he actually get locked up for that time?
It was some bullshit went down where a promoter got killed.
Oh, yeah, I remember this story. Right?
Yeah.
And were you guys ever actually like charged with that or anything, or it was just like an investigation?
No, that shit got we wasn't never a part of that. That shit was some.
It was like a robbery that happened right in front of your bus.
Yeah, it was a robbery happened. Yeah, it was a shooting that happened in front of the bus. We didn't even know none of the niggas. We just knew the promoter because he was coming to pay us for a show. But then that shit happened. So,
man, when I look at how I make a living versus what it takes to be a rapper, especially during that era where you had to be on the road all the time and constantly putting yourself into positions where people want to do things to you, want to take the money from you, where you even have to like intercept money and get paid and shit. It just seems like a fucking nightmare at times, like even just having to move around with crazy amounts of your homies and security and whatever to protect you. Like, but did you like being in that environment, being on tour and shit consistently, or was it kind of stressful?
Oh no, that shit wasn't stressful. You gotta understand that shit was a one in a lifetime opportunity. Like I would never I would never change history. Right. Like I would go back and do everything exactly how I did it again. Like knowing the outcome, I would still do it.
Right.
Cause at the end of the day, like we ain't like it was the best times of a lot of our lives. You had young black men coming from the ghetto, coming from nothing, living in $1 million houses, driving $1 million cars, everything at your fingertips that you want at any time. So for me and all the homies, that shit was some of the best times of our life. We still talk about it. That's why I'm on here with you, cause telling my story. That's all.
Right.
You know, I'm telling our story cause it's more than just me. It's a whole family of us.
Right. And a lot of people, like, given the fact that he didn't really put on that many artists, a lot of people kind of lose sight of that fact that, like, CTE was something bigger than just one person. It's kind of like the way that, like, you could take any random Crip or Blood set out of L.A., and then let's say the leader or the president or the person who's kind of the highest up, let's say he ends up doing some fuck shit or he ends up dying or he's just not around anymore. That doesn't change the fact that all the dudes who are under him still have this thing that they're a part of and stuff. So it's
right.
It must be I see the way that you talk about it in interviews and stuff where it's like CTE means a lot to you regardless of the fact that you don't fuck with the person who was the head of it.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, we just hit 600K. We're trying to get to 700K, so smack the like button and subscribe. Appreciate y'all.